going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we got 2 games remaining of the Elite 8. I'm going to cover both of these games in today's video in depth, so grab a piece of paper, grab a pen, write this stuff down. It's definitely worth your time. I'm going to dig up some good bets that you guys should consider. And as we wait for the Final Four to approach this week, I'm firing, man. MLB, NBA, the content is going to start up. I'll be covering every game, every day, the whole way through. NBA all the way to the end of playoffs. And then all summer long, every game, every day, spread and total on MLB. It was a great season last year. Yankees are off to a good start. That was a very exciting game. 20 runs on the board. Aaron Judge going nuts. We had a little bit of breeze blowing out in the game. Warm weather in New York. What a spot for an over. But speaking of cashing, guys, I just continue to cash. 3-1 on the first day of the Elite 8. Absolutely love to see it. I've been profitable every round of this tournament. I won Saturday, I won Friday, I won Thursday, the whole weekend as a whole to start off the tournament. I was in profit. And how about a better sample size? How about the last 36 fucking days I've been betting on college basketball? A record of 105 wins and only 70 losses. That is a 60% win rate over about a month and a half. That's not 36 calendar days because I don't bet every single day. If I don't love the board some days, I don't have wagers. That's the last 36 days that I actually had action. Unbelievable 60% winning rate, up over 40 units of profit, even at $100 a pop. That's over $4,000 of profit. Even if you're only a $10 better, you're only, your average bet's only $10. That's over $400. So even if you're a smaller bettor, get on my premium, man. I love these games. I know it's been chalky. This tournament's been bad in terms of like entertainment. It's just like all the favorites continue to win. But there's some value, man. It's setting up some nice spots. I kind of like the way the end of this tournament shaping up. I got some big wagers coming down the pike. So get on my text list. I'll be betting MLB, NBA all week long and here forward. So pretty much from here on out, there's at least going to be some baseball picks in the mix for the lower volume of college basketball as the college basketball season, kind of tapers off. So just exciting, man. Last year I had just an exceptional run in the NBA playoffs, just up so many units. And, if you're interested in how my MLB season went, just scroll back through the videos here on the channel. Absolutely crushed baseball last year. I feel great about it this year, man. I made some mental notes today, some bets just kind of in my head, and they just all cash. So I'm feeling good about baseball. I'm feeling good about this week. Again, link in the description there. You can see it right on the screen for you guys. danspicks.net. That's the website. The link's in the description. That's all I got to say, man. I mean, really. How many weeks do I just continue to show? Is it just kind of comical at this point that anyone says anything negative? Yeah, I got some like okay days in the mix and some losing days in the mix. But like, do you see how long-term my numbers it's just insane. The people that have been on my text list long-term that are like well aware and actually in reality and understand you don't win every day, but they just stick with it, man. They literally just copy my text message every single day and they just stay on the text list, man. Up, down, up, down, up, down. And it's just up over time overall. It's a no-brainer. If you really want to put money in your pocket, if you think you have the discipline not to like change your unit size, chase losses, parlay my picks, none of that bullshit. If you think you can literally just copy the text that I'll send to your phone, you're just going to make a shit ton of money. It's literally that simple. It's not even up for debate. The numbers are the numbers. That's a shit ton of money over like the last month, like a shit ton. So with that being said, let's dig into these 2 games, man. We got 2 good ones. Let's bring this up. I'm going to bring up Pickett Sports to start, just like we did in the last video. And we are going to absolutely decimate these games in terms of picking them apart. So let me share the screen with you guys. Let's get after it. We got bets to find, man. Let's do it. Let's do it. So here's Pickett. Let's look at Pickett. Today we got college hoops. Nope, that's not today. How about the 30th? How about Tennessee and Houston? How about a game total of 123 or 124.5 points? Initially gut feeling like maybe look at an over. I was on the under in the Duke game, both first half and full game. I cashed both. And that was just because the number was just so inflated. But look at the action. The action is definitely sharp to the underside. We got 26.5% of tickets on the under, but about 40% of the money. So the bigger bets are coming on the under. Interesting. Maybe the low number It's just kind of low-hanging fruit, right? A trap. You don't want to take it. It looks super low. You want to take the over, but maybe the under's still the right side. And definitely some sharp action on Houston. No doubt. Make no doubt. Absolutely make no mistake that Tennessee is a public underdog. Keep that in mind. I say that religiously here on the channel. It's okay to be on a big public side. Sometimes they win. Duke killed Alabama. It was extremely public. But yeah, that's a favorite. I mean, sometimes when you have a better team in the mix, everybody just knows, and the books are just screwed, and they just have to take it on the chin. But a public underdog is a little bit of a different story. So interesting. Let's go ahead and go back to the other game before we pop over to Outlier Software and start looking for some stuff on there. Let's scroll down here. We got a total around 150 on this one. Definitely some sharp action on the under here. I mean, like pretty significant. Again, only 35% of the tickets placed as of right now are on Michigan or on the under, but almost 3/4 of the money. So, I mean, when you see some discrepancies like this, that is a sharp side. The under in this game undoubtedly is the sharp side at 147.5, and that's a pretty good amount of points. But again, man, you got Auburn in the mix. They got some firepower. Michigan State kind of off a bad game. Maybe they hit their shots. I'm not necessarily in love with Auburn's defense, so I don't know. There's some contrarian stuff here, and believe it or not, guys, Auburn right now is actually kind of the sharp side in terms of the side, like spread and money line. Yeah, I mean, about half the tickets are split on the spread, but definitely a lot more money coming in on Auburn. So take that with a grain of salt. Let's pop over to Outlier and actually find some good wagers, though. Let's do it. If you guys just want to cut the corners, man, just get on my premium. I mean, yesterday we did the same thing. We went over the 2 games. Did I give you a spread pick? No. Now that we're super reserved with only like a few games left, I'm not just going to like give out the obvious stuff. Like that's going to go to the premium members. So like Texas Tech plus 7.5, that was a 2-unit play sent to premium. So you want to get my surefire totals and spread picks, the basic wagers, that'll be sent out in premium for sure. But let's dig up some plays here, man. Let's look at some team totals, some props, some stuff like that. Let's go to games, college hoops. We'll start with this Houston one. Anything sticking out right initially? Not really. Let's look over here at the Tennessee offense versus the Houston defense, which I think is the highlighted matchup here. It's not the flip side. It's going to be this matchup. Houston looks like they have an advantage in rebounding. A little bit of action there. Free throws definitely go to Tennessee. But field goal percentage, man, it's looking like Houston might have a decent opportunity to kind of keep Tennessee shooting at bay. They're 101st. You see Houston there coming in at 9th. So, yeah, maybe the shot selection for Tennessee just is not going to be that good. And then look at the turnover percentage, guys. I mean, 103rd versus 26. Another win for Houston on the defensive side. What else we got here? Points. Yeah, Houston first, man. They're first versus Tennessee coming in at 159. That's about middle of the pack for the entire D1 college basketball slate. So, yeah, just points, field goal percentage, turnovers. I think it's it's undeniable that Houston should be able to win on defense here, but we flip it over to the other side, and it's kind of the same thing. I mean, look at Tennessee, man. They are first in effective field goal percentage against, and Houston sitting there at 107. Bad for Houston offense. Turnovers are okay. Rebounding's okay. Free throw rate, though, not good. Not good at all. Houston there at 329th. So are they going to get to the line? Probably not. Points, same thing. Tennessee coming in at 7th on defense for points. Houston sitting there at 167 field goal percentage, first versus 111. This isn't good. And I knew that number was super low down there in the, the mid 120s. It might still be too high. Maybe consider an under, guys. I mean, data's data. And at this point in this year, we have a full season of data to go over. Let's look at some player props. Let's look at Ziegler. I know he's pretty popular, but let's look at his points. So once we start getting up into some some higher numbers, that 13, 14, 15 range, the under is undeniably the strong side. I mean, under 14 here at minus 119. I mean, it looks good for the under. FanDuel here, you probably get a decent number at 14.5 on FanDuel. 13.5 on FanDuel is minus 110. You could probably go alternative 14.5 at probably like minus 130 or something and have even better data. But yeah, I mean, Ziegler, is he going to get over 15? Data says no. Data says no. Emmanuel Sharp. What else we got? LJ Cryer. He's coming off a bad game. So let's check out his data. And it actually looks pretty good to the over, if you're around like that 12, 13 mark. It's once you start getting up into the higher teens that he starts to get kind of into, just back and forth land. So maybe LJ Cryer just off the last game provides some value there. Uzan, obviously, this is the guy for Houston. And as long as you're talking low teens, 10, 11, 12, even up into the low teens, the over looks pretty good for him. Roberts, let's check out Roberts and his point totals. Yeah, not a lot scoring from Roberts. Really, once you get past 10, undoubtedly the under looks like the right side. So maybe consider an under on Roberts right around that 10, 11, 12 mark if you can find that number out there. Let's look at some team props on this one. Let's look at the Tennessee points just to kind of find the sweet spot of kind of how much they're scoring here. Yeah, it's kind of right around like that upper 60s mark. It's still pretty strong to the over. So that would kind of negate the underplay overall. In Houston, yeah, they're kind of around the same area. I mean, upper 60s, low 70s is where you start to see the data kick back more to the underside. But at around 70 apiece, that's 140. That would be over the total for sure. So a little bit of contradiction there to the numbers over on the right side of the screen, but interesting. Let's go back to the games. Check out this other one. Where are we? Michigan State, Auburn. Let's go to team props. Check this out just for kind of a total here, just to get a basis. Yeah, I mean, Auburn's way different. They start to, you really got to get them up in like the mid 80s before you start to get some kickback. Michigan State, it's not that high. It's more like the upper 70s. You start to get the kickback there. So point advantage there. But let's actually look at the Michigan State offense here versus this Auburn defense. Effective field goal percentage kind of split. Turnovers, fine. Rebounding, offensive rebounding could be big for Michigan State in this one. Free throw rate could be big for this one. But overall, just points. I mean, Michigan State sitting there at 70th. Auburn at 118. So you can score on Auburn. I know they score, but you can score on them. So maybe Michigan State gets some points here. Field goal percentage, okay. I mean, nothing's really alarming there. The free throws, though, the free throws are a big one. I mean, we got Michigan State here with some guys that can go to the rack. I mean, these guys go to the rack hard. They're 14th in free throw percentage. Auburn, 223rd. So I don't know, man. Maybe Auburn or maybe Michigan State will win this one at a line. Maybe they're going to end up getting a good whistle in this one. Public betting information pretty much matches Pickett. Just want to look at that quick. Let's swap this over. Now let's look at this lethal offense for Auburn versus the Michigan State defense, which is more of the butting heads, right? Michigan State's more the defensive team. Auburn's more the offensive team. It's kind of split. The turnover looked good. I mean, I'm not worried about that. So that's something you can kind of throw out. It's not like Auburn's going to be turning the ball over a ton here. That looks good. Rebounding looks about good. Not a whole lot here. I mean, Auburn coming in at 35th in 3-point percentage, but Michigan State at 3. They're ranked 3rd in giving up 3-pointers in terms of, the percentage. So how many of the other teams really hitting effectively? So maybe Michigan State can kind of shut these guys down and grind this game out with free throws, and maybe they can win an ugly game. Rebounds, kind of the same thing here. So I do expect the rebounding to go to Michigan State in this game based on the data. It's going to be one or two ways, man. It's going to be one or two ways. If Michigan State can kind of muck this thing up and just kind of drag this game out, this could be an upset. It could be an upset. But if Auburn's on, and we know how that goes, man. They got a lot of weapons on that team overall. So very, very interesting there. Let's go down to positive EV. See if there's anything here. Can I filter it just to college hoops? No, I can't do that right now. Let's go to arbitrage. I want to show you that, guys, this one tool here. It's not available either right now for college hoops. So that's pretty much it, man. That's just kind of the rundown, just to kind of dissect the both teams. So some things to look at there, guys, for these final two games in terms of, what's going to happen when they're head to head. And ultimately, man, if you just want to take all the guessing out of the equation, just get my text. You see it on the screen, right? I mean, can you read? If you need glasses, get your glasses. Can you read? I make people a fortune. You just got to stick with it. So after a couple losses, if there's like a day or two in the mix or even a kind of a mediocre week, you have to stay on the subscription. You have to stay on the plan because I win, and lose a little and then win more and then lose a little bit. But like over time, look at the numbers. I win a shit ton of money, and MLB, NBA, it's going to be the same thing. There's going to be frustrating days. There's going to be losing plays. There's going to be days where we can't buy one. It is what it is. You don't win every day in sports betting, but I win so much more than I lose. If you think you can actually stay with the program, you have the discipline, I'll literally make you rich. You just have to copy the text and keep your unit size 2.5% of your bankroll, and it's over. Forget it. A lot of money. This is very serious. I mean, there's not a whole lot of people doing this. There's not a whole lot of people this transparent either, giving you updated numbers right on the screen. You don't have to go to a website and go through 60 people and buy a package and all access pass for 5 cappers. No. If you see some websites that are like, hey, if we don't make you money, we'll credit you back that amount. You can try again with another capper. Like, that's bad. Like, I don't have to do that. I make people money religiously. So I don't have to do a guarantee. I don't have to do this. I'm here telling you that I don't win every single bet, but I win a lot of them. So if that sounds reasonable, man, I charge about a fifth of the industry average. I have the best numbers in the industry. It's a pretty simple equation. See you guys in the next video.